Good morning, you strange and wonderful weirdos. I'm John.
I'm Stacey.
It's Tuesday, Election Day, November 8th, blood moon, full moon, red eye,
Lunar eclipse,
strangeness everywhere, including here. And here's why today is strange.
All right, so let's start with Nevada County, California.
That's a weird place to start,
It
but
is.
okay.
So, Northern California officials are looking into the fact of a bright ball of light seen in the sky could possibly have landed on and destroyed a house.
I've seen this story.
You did. So this is about Dustin Procita. He was at home on his couch. He had
Unbelievable.
He had just finished feeding the cows. And his wife was gone at work, and he was there with his two dogs, and he heard a big bang. So he went outside, and his entire porch was on fire. He had no idea what happened. He's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Had no idea what started the fire.
It looked like Kentucky, California.
And it turns out that other people in the area saw a flaming ball of light come down from the sky.
Flaming ball of light doesn't quite categorize it right. Like,
It was huge.
it was, it was really messed up, wasn't it?
So they believe that his home was hit by a meteorite.
They believe that.
And boy, did it go up in flames quickly and
Boy,
burn.
howdy. Yeah.
Wow.
That was somebody watched you on Halloween. It's pretty crazy.
And he was in kind of a secluded location, so it took the firefighters a minute to get out there. It took like 4 hours to put the fire out.
Yeah.
There isn't much left of it, and I mean, a meteorite on your house. I mean, what are the odds of that? It has to be ridiculous.
It's 1 in 4 trillion.
Oh, you know the odds.
I'm not just clever like that. They actually, for whatever reason, said it on the snooty newscast I saw.
Oh,
It was from California, too, though. All they've got's wine and stats. It was that part of California.
Well, I mean, I
It's 1 in
suppose
4 trillion.
he could say that he was lucky that it didn't hit closer to where he was sitting, I suppose. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it obviously did some damage.
Too bad it didn't hit further away from his dogs.
Yeah, he did save one dog. He had two dogs. Had two dogs. By the time he got the one out, it was just too far gone to get
I don't know how
back
he made
in.
that choice.
I think he probably was holding. I think the one he saved was a rat terrier, so I dare say he was holding it. It's probably a little dog, and the other dog was probably a bigger dog. I don't know that for sure. I'm just guessing.
You might have like the Jack Russell and the Basset Hound, like they would have both. We'd want to save both of them. What are you terrible people thinking?
I know.
Oh my God. Which one would you save? All right.
All right, well, let's move on.
You ever owned a Jack Russell?
I've not. Don't they like bark a lot? Like they're very jumpy and they bark
A lot.
a lot.
Do you know what Basset Hounds don't do?
Bark a lot?
That's right. Still don't know which one I'd save. All right.
Oh, I think I know.
It was pretty crazy, though.
It was really
I mean,
crazy.
that is.
I mean, because the odds of it happening are just
1
so
in 4 trillion.
astronomical.
Yeah.
That it would happen to you. Craziness. All right. I hope they're insured. Do you think are you insured from meteor strikes? Is that considered an act of
I
God?
don't know if they are or not.
I don't know. I don't know if they insure you for that. All right. So let's move on and talk about a new study about the Tongan volcano eruption that happened earlier this year. And it ended up sending a
Was that really this year?
record. Yeah,
That's
the
amazing.
underwater one. It was in January.
Like the.
Yes. Yes, that one.
Yeah.
It was back in January.
It's unbelievable.
But this new study that comes out confirms that it sent a record-breaking cloud of ash more than 57 kilometers into the air, which is basically halfway to space.
Yeah.
So it is the furthest the plume has ever reached. And I mean, this is an
hellacious plume.
underwater volcano, and
Yeah.
it still went 57 kilometers
Can you imagine
into
how far
the
the
sky.
fish went?
They're astronaut fish now.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Thanks for the fish.
Before this, the furthest one that we had ever recorded was 1991 eruption of Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines. It was only 40 kilometers.
Yeah.
This was 57. So
That's right.
a lot.
We do it bigger in America.
Yes. So very crazy. I do remember when this happened back in January because you could see the pictures were ridiculous.
Because one of the big things about it is the shockwave from it went around the entire globe.
Yes.
Which is amazing. And,
several times.
Oh, yeah. There was like small, there was actually waves, as small as they were, but thousands of miles away. It was crazy. It really was crazy. And it shows you how that can happen. And, you know, I'm surprised it didn't throw the world in the darkness or something as big as it was.
Well, I think because of it being an underwater one, the ash, it had more water to it, and it wasn't just,
just made some nasty water.
Right. They did say that there was a dome-like structure in the center of the umbrella plume. And that was something that they had never seen before either. So very record-breaking all over the place. Took it 30 minutes to get that high. I mean, it seemed like that. They made it seem like that was very quick to go that far. 30
really
minutes.
Is.
Craziness. All right. So let's move on. Let's talk about a very strange thing that happened in India.
There's all kinds of strange stuff.
This is another thing that doctors had never seen before. So this is about a baby girl who was 21 days old. Had to go through surgery to have 8 embryos removed from her abdomen. Yes. Now, the girl's parents had no idea that the baby was going to come out, but when she was born, she had an abnormally swollen belly. And they were concerned that maybe she had a tumor. But it turns out that she suffered from fetus in fetu, FIF, which it's pretty rare, but it's like when you have twins, but then one forms inside the body of the other one, doesn't actually form, it's sort of just absorbed, that sort of thing. So that's not something unusual. They've seen that before, even though it is rare. It's, about 1 in 500,000 births. I mean, just not too common.
Not meteor numbers.
But this particular infant's case was unique because she had 8 underdeveloped fetuses in her abdominal cavity.
Is it a puppy?
No, it's a baby, and this is the most they've ever removed from a baby that had this condition. And so they waited 21 days just to make sure she was healthy and strong. And when she was 21 days old, they did the 1.5-hour procedure and removed all 8. And I'm now showing you fantastic pictures of all the pictures they put in the news article. But she's currently recovering well. She did good during the surgery. She's going to be fine. Sounds like a real strong, she's a trooper. Sounds like it was Hunger Games in there, in the mom's belly. Like, I don't know what happened in there, but she is the lone survivor. All the other 8 are not. So, there you are.
Yeah, that old weird feeling I used to get about poking a baby in the head kind of thing. Like,
right.
That's horrific.
Well, they were underdeveloped. They don't look like babies. They just look like little tiny. Like, some of them are very tiny and then they get bigger as they go on.
There's obviously a problem, Stacey.
There's obviously a problem.
There's obviously an issue.
But it's the first time I've ever seen that many. So
look, we got
one for the medical history books.
I'm all about today is strange, okay? But there has to be some proper vetting happening. Yesterday I had to hear about some wacky nurse cutting an old man's foot off. Right. And today you're talking about some baby girl. You started off with baby girl. You can't put the words baby and girl together. I've got baby girls.
She's healthy and happy and perfectly fine.
But what about the 8 brothers and sisters?
Survivor. That we don't know if they're brothers or sisters. They're just unformed fetuses.
Who voted them off the island?
I don't know. She did, apparently. She wanted all the love. All right, let's move on, shall we? Okay. Let's get to the story from Fayetteville, Arkansas about the Tyson CFO. Tyson chicken?
I got it.
He was arrested because he allegedly fell asleep in the wrong home. So Tyson Foods chief financial officer, John R. Tyson, he's a Tyson, was arrested early Sunday morning after becoming intoxicated and falling asleep in somebody else's house. Now, according to the preliminary arrest report, about 2:05 in the morning, he was found asleep in a woman's bed at her home that was located in the 400 block of North Mock Avenue. The woman called the police when she arrived because she had no idea who this guy was sleeping in her bed when she got home. And she told the dispatchers that
what was she doing out at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Maybe she was at a club or something. People go out.
Yeah. People do.
She arrived home at 2 o'clock in the morning and found him.
Scandalous.
And she said that she believed that the front door was left unlocked and that's how he gained entry. And so when the police showed up, she just left her front door unlocked. They found him in the back bedroom with his clothes in front of the bed, and they found his wallet and got his driver's license, identified who he was. And then they tried to wake him up, but he smelled like alcohol, and they could not get him to understand that he was sleeping in the wrong place. So he was arrested, and, Tyson, they're not making any statements. They're like, this is a personal matter. We're going to handle this on our own.
I wonder what his BOC was.
I don't know. But
Bok.
very funny. I think it's funny because he's probably not the kind of person that lives in a neighborhood where all the houses look the same. So I'm kind of curious how drunk he had to be.
Maybe drunk enough to know some
completely go to the wrong
hot
house.
chick that was clubbing was out, and he was going to be like, "I'm the chicken man," and he's like,
"The chicken man." You think that's his pickup line?
Well, I mean, it's probably a big deal around there.
Yeah, my last name is Tyson.
My name's R. Tyson. He probably is like sitting there, and he's like, he drives like a big chick mobile or something. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like
wow.
It says Tyson on his plates.
Yeah, it
of his Maserati. R. Tyson.
I'm the frozen chicken guy.
I'm the chicken man, baby.
The chicken, what do you call it when you're going to inherit the big
You
company?
call it Lucky's what you call it. You want to come see my chicken ranch?
Wow. All right, let's go on to our last story. Right. Although I'm not sure I can top Chicken Man. Okay, so this is about some thieves in Springfield, Missouri. I know how much you love shoplifters.
Not as much as I love Missouri.
Two people, both were at the Ross Dress for Less store.
Really?
Around
You're going to steal from Ross?
Around 7 p.m. on Saturday, and they were both stealing clothes. And in their haste to make a quick getaway, they both ran. Apparently, they were in separate vehicles, and they crashed into each other. So when they ran into each other, they both took off on foot, but they were eventually caught and arrested.
They usually are.
Yes. I feel like these two people should have maybe collaborated, gone in together. One car, perhaps. Cleaner getaway.
I've seen some crazy stuff with shoplifters. I mean, crazy.
I can't believe that they both fled, but then...
Do you think it was like Keystone Cops kind of thing where they're just like head to head? Like,
I feel like there was some kind of music playing in the background.
Because they fought as soon as it happened.
Do you think they got out with their bags of stuff and were running off?
That's crazy. It had to be bad enough for them not to continue.
Right.
Like, they must have been hauling balls. And
yeah, I mean, they obviously couldn't back up and just continue.
Yeah, you're right. Chicken Man should have went last.
I think so.
You can't top Chicken Man because it's a Chicken Man. And that's why today is strange.